Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Angela Brennan and today I'm bringing you my full submission for Kendra Cards Challenge number 9. So here I show you how I make 15 cards with 6 pattern papers, and the pattern paper pack that I'm using is from Catherine Pooler. It's the Gardener's Notebook 6x6 pattern paper pack. So I choose 6 patterned papers from this set, and I try to choose one with flowers and a couple with abstracts as well. And a fellow crafter named Catherine Yonker has so helpfully put together this chart on paper usage for Kendra Cards Challenge number 9. So here she has got 15 card sketches on the left. Vertically and horizontally, she's got the 6 pattern papers labeled A, B, C, D, E, and F. And this is where you look to see which 2 pattern papers or 3 go together for each card sketch. So I am doing what I'm doing here is I'm looking at the pattern papers. I'm double checking to see whether each of them go, and if they don't, do I mix it up? Do I change the patterned paper? Now, a lot of the pattern papers here, it really depends about the plain cardstock that you put together to compile each of the card sketches, and of course the embellishments and the sentiments as well. The first step is to look to see whether you've chosen the right pattern papers. So here I've got some of the pattern papers with polka dots and some of them with stripes. So it kind of balances out the color and the pattern paper for each of the card sketches. Then the next step is to do the cutting guide. So Kendra has helpfully put together the cutting guides for each of the pattern papers from A to F. You start by following the scissor mark or the scissor icon, and that's where you start cutting, and it also has the numbers for the card sketches and the direction in which it should be cut. It should be cut and it should be used on each of the card sketches. Now when you're doing this, you must be organized. You must put them into poly pockets or whatever packaging that you have, but number them clearly from 1 to 15 so you know which cuts of pattern paper will go for which card sketch. So here you got number 8. Number 8 is what I did for the video hop, so that card is completed, and I linked the video to which I had that number 8 done below in the description. Here I've cut all of the patterned paper and I've put them into the 15 poly pockets, and I've also included for each of them the base card, the mats, the sentiment, all the elements that you need to do the card. Now I've put some of them in extra because I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet. So I will kind of decide it when I put the card together. But this process is really helpful. So this card number 1 here, I've even cut the strips. The strips here, I've put some additional bits because you got many layers. You want each of them to be flat on the card and not dipping. So I've put some additional layers at the edges of the strips so it's all nice and smooth. And for some of the elements, I've also put some fun foam at the back to give it some dimension. Now, a lot of these mats, what I've done is I've used the matching colors. As I mentioned, I used Catherine Pooler's Gardener's Notebook pattern paper. And with Catherine Pooler notepads and pattern papers, what I really like is at the bottom, she actually includes the inks that would go with it. Now, Catherine Pooler inks are really nice, and I lately got a whole load of them, and they're very juicy and vibrant. For this pattern paper pack, I also used the Dried Treasure stamp set, which goes with the background of the images in the pattern paper. So I didn't get the coordinating die set, which I could have. I didn't, but that's a lot of this. When I stamped it, I fussy cut it, and it's not too hard. For most of the mats, I use the ink pad direct to card method. It allows the coordination of the colors to be a lot easier because I'm using the colors that match the patterned paper, and which has been recommended in the front of the patterned paper pack, and it goes really well. When you do this method, you must make sure that you use a card that is not too porous. If not, it just sucks up all the ink and the card warps. So I'm using here, some of it's 80-pound Nina Solar White, some of it's 110 Nina Solar White, and some of it is Bristol Smooth Card. Now, if you've got enough Bristol Smooth Card, to me, is the best. The color comes out quite vibrantly. You can see the difference. So test out the card you're going to use when you use the ink pad direct to paper or direct to card method, because it'll make a difference. The saturation, the porousness of the card will make a difference to the color that you end up with. I'm happy with the colors that I got from this, and I used it for all the cards. And what I like about this challenge is I get to use products in my stash which I haven't used in a long time. So for example, this square here, I haven't used it in ages, and that circle die as well. This gives me the option to think what I have, and this is about organizing your products, your stamps, your dies as well, so you know what you do and do not have when you're looking for something. I wanted to go very foliage based on the pattern paper, something foliage related. So I'm using here some Alexandra Ranke dies to create these rectangle foliages. I'm using sentiments from Spellbinders, from Waffle Flower. And this one is this circle die here. I can't even remember where I got it from. I got the details, all of the details on my blog. Do head over to my blog. The link to my blog is in the description below, where I list out all of the details. This decorative strip here, I know it's something, a waffle flower die set that I got. I didn't want to use just a wavy thing, but this gives you the option to really think out of the box and use all the stuff that you have. Really enjoy this challenge. I really hope you give yourself a chance to do this challenge. You've got a whole quarter to do it. It's till the end of March. I will be doing 3 submissions for this challenge, one in January, one in February, and one in March, where I'll show you the entire process. And I have different takes on the same card sketches. Here, for this card sketch number 9, the background, I've used an Alexandra Ranke die to just give it an embossed look. In order to get that, I didn't want the die to cut it, so I put an additional layer at the back of that rectangle mat, apricot color rectangle mat, so that when you put it through your die cutting machine, you only get an impression and it doesn't die cut all the way through. I liked it so much that I used it in the next card sketch number 10 for the heart as well. It's one of those things, when you try something and you like it and you keep doing it, and I like having the whole set of cards that I do for these 15 cards to have a link to them. The pattern paper is a link, the colors is a link, and sometimes I use the dies as well. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, remember to press that notification bell so you're alerted when a new video is uploaded. Do give it a go, this challenge. Head over to my blog. I've shown the steps I do to get organized, and it's all about getting organized and how you can do a few cards a week. You'll get there by the end of the quarter, because there's a lot of thought that goes into what you want to put into the card sketch, how you want it to look, what themes you're going for. This is a great way to get a set of cards at hand so you can have it available for any occasion that you want, because you can even do all the cards and not include a sentiment, and then include the sentiment as and when you need the cards. I'm going to leave you with some music here, and all of the information you need to take part and to get the details of whatever I'm doing here is all linked in the description below. Enjoy the video, here's some music, and I'll catch you at my next video. Take care. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing and remember to press the notification bell so you're alerted when a new video is uploaded. I hope you'd give this challenge a try. All details to take part is in the description below, and do head over to my blog for more information on how to get organized and coordinate your card sketches. You have a whole quarter to take part in this challenge till the end of March 2023. Happy crafting to you!